Today I'm going to be teaching you how to build credit from scratch and how to make sure that you do not end up in a harmful position from credit cards. So if you're new to the channel, I've been a lender for close to 19 years. All I do is look at credit reports. That's all I've done for 19 years. And here's the thing, getting good credit is not as hard as people make it sound, especially if you're starting out from scratch. So this video is for people with no credit debt right now, or maybe you have a little bit and you're wondering how to get that higher score. So first of all, if you have no credit, do I think you should have credit? Yes, I do. Look, there's financial gurus like Dave Ramsey that say things like, the best credit scores, no credit score. Well, as a mortgage lender, I'm telling you right now, yes, we can do loans if you have no credit score, but you will pay more in interest rate because you don't have a credit score. It's that simple. So whether you plan on taking out debt or not taking out debt, I think that having a credit score is very important because here's the thing. Most people can't buy a house in cash. Most people can't buy a car in cash. If you have to have a surgery, you may have to finance it. There's a lot of stuff in life that in order to get what you need to take out debt. A lot of times people think of credit and credit score as credit cards, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So I'm going to give you the exact advice that I gave my son. When he turned 18, I said, Jack, you need to take out one card. You're going to put a little bit on it every single month, and you're going to pay it off in full. And you may go, well, wait a second. I thought that if you got a credit card, you're supposed to max it out and then show that you can make a payment and you pay it off slowly. No, who told you that? That sounds like something the credit card company would want you to do so they could make interest every single month. The key to good credit is with credit cards, don't ever pay interest on it because you're paying it off every month. Do not buy things that you cannot pay off the same month. The only exception to this would be your car breaks down and you need it repaired. Your dog's about to die, so you have to go to the veterinarian. Is a vacation something that should go on a credit card? Not unless you can pay it off. Save the money for the vacation first, then if you want to book it on the credit card for points and pay it off the same month, great, but don't get in the habit of being comfortable with debt on your credit cards. That's the thing. For long-time financial security, safety, responsibility, credit debt on credit cards is the enemy. It's that simple. Like, look, a sweater's not an emergency. Unless you're you're at a business meeting, oh my God, you're gonna freeze, you brought a tank top, okay. But just because there's a sale on sweaters, that's not an emergency. You wanna go out with your buddies and treat them all to steak, but you don't have the cash in the bank, no, that's not an emergency. You wanna go partying and get a bunch of cocktails with your friends, no. Do not put anything on that credit card that you cannot pay off the same month. And I know I sound so stern saying that, but guys, look, I was that person a long time ago who put everything on credit cards, and I was so comfortable having so much debt. And I'm telling you that as someone who paid it all off and pays off everything every single month now, it's a different world. And the freedom, the lack of burden. So if you're starting out from scratch, it's imperative that you start good habits. So first credit card, little bit every single month, pay it off. And if you're like, well, I'll set up auto pay. I want you to set up auto pay as a backup, but I also want you to physically go in online every single month. I go into my cards twice a month and pay them off, guys. And you're like, well, are you doing that for higher credit? I'm doing it for accountability and to make sure that I never pay those companies interest. No, I love all the points, but I'm not going to give them my money with interest. Have fun with it that way, okay? Once you have that first credit card, I would say after 6 months to a year, open a second credit card. Same thing, one trip to the grocery store, pay it off. Physically, you're going in online, beep, boop, bop, boo. You're looking at what you spent, you're paying it off. You're also having auto pay set up as a backup because being late on paying your bills does not work for your long-term goals. Lates on your credit can hit your score hard. You know, I've seen people with an 800 credit score have one car late and they're at 620. No joke. Paying your bills on time is critical. Setting up auto pay from day one is the bare minimum. And I wouldn't trust it personally because I've seen a lot of credit reports while I'll talk to the client and I'm like, what is going on? And their auto pay has been paying 5, 10, 15 days late for the last few months. They're like, but it was on auto pay. I didn't know, right? We all trust tech a lot. But when it comes to these big matters that can have huge financial consequences, because that's the thing, if you're late on your credit all the time, you can't buy a house. There's not a lender that's going to be like, yeah, I know you don't pay your other bills, but you're going to pay me, right? If you go to buy a car, you may not be able to buy that car. Or if you had good credit, the interest rate would be 5%, but with bad credit, it's 45%. Seriously, the stuff I see on Instagram is terrifying, right? Credit's really important. So you're going to have auto pay set up as a bare minimum, but you're also going to go in every month. Now, you're like, Jen, 2 credit cards. Why 2? Simple. There's certain loan types where you need multiple trade lines. In a perfect world, ultimately you'll have 3, okay? But to start, you start with 1, you get used to it. You add the next one. Now, here's another thing to be careful of. People go, does it matter the type of card? Personally, I would stay away from store credit cards. In general, you don't want store credit cards. Store credit cards are designed for one reason only, and that's to make you spend more money at the store. They are sending you so much bait every single month. Hey, come in and we'll give you a free shirt. Hey, spend this much and we'll give you a toaster. You know, they have all these triggers tied with these credit cards. You're a friend and family, you get an extra 30. No, you don't need the temptation because remember, we're only going to spend what we can actually pay back the same month. Okay? Remember, credit card debt is the devil. It is. It is for your long-term financial health. So I wouldn't do store cards, you know, and if you're like, well, what should I apply for? I don't have a credit history. I would recommend checking out NerdWallet and just saying no credit history, and they'll give you a couple ideas of what credit cards, you know, are you going to qualify for Platinum or Gold American Express with no credit history? No, you're probably going to qualify for like, usually it's Capital One. They do a lot of starter cards. Discover does starter cards, you know, and down the line, once you get that starter card, you're very responsible with it. In a couple years, sure, swap those for the credit cards where you can earn points. If you're at a level where you're like, okay, you know, I actually want to put everything on this credit card and I'm going to pay it off every month because I want to start playing the point game. Okay, once you've demonstrated for an extended period of time that you're paying off your bill monthly, that you're not going to get into debt, and you're in a position where you can get those cards, then I think it can make sense, okay? But I wouldn't keep everything. And that's the thing. What we'll see sometimes is we'll see people who have like 20 credit cards. And I'm like, how do you even manage this? And they're like, well, I use this one for this, I use this for this, I do this for this. And I'm like, I'm sitting there listening to it. And you've got 2 different types of people. You have someone managing 20 credit cards with a spreadsheet. And then you have someone who has 20 credit cards they're not managing, they're maxing it out, they forgot to pay that one. And it's because the basic mind suck of all of this, it's too much. I mean, I can't imagine having 20 credit cards in a zillion years. Like, there's no way I could ever keep up with it. And for the people with the spreadsheet, if they're really into that, great. But my question is always, hey, like, could you just cut this down to 3 and like go enjoy your life? Like, touch grass. It's a better use of your time long term than having all these credit cards. You know, there's this big myth that having more credit and having more available credit gives you this magical credit score. But really, ultimately, if you've got 3 solid cards, you're good. You're good. The other myth I hear a lot that drives me crazy, and I think car salespeople must have started it, is that to get a higher credit score or to buy a house, you need to have a car loan first. No, you don't. Don't do it. Don't get a car loan. Like, look, if you need a car loan, fine, do a budget first. Make sure that ultimately you'll be able to afford the car and housing. But for the love of God, do not get a car loan to get a better credit score. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Okay? You don't need a car loan to get a good credit score. You don't need a car loan to buy a house. My son is the example again. He doesn't have a car loan. You know, he qualifies to buy a house just based off of that very simple method that I told you about taking out one and then taking out another. About a year ago, I was talking to a client, lovely young lady. Everything was like, oh, her file was so pretty. You know, she had a stable job. She'd been saving money responsibly, clearly budgeting, perfect credit. And I was like, your credit's so good. And I said that because, like, let me be honest, guys, especially when you're young, having good credit is rare because no one's taught about it and it's not really a priority. Like, you're going out, you're partying, you're having fun, or you're working. Like, it's just not usually what a 20-year-old or 21-year-old's thinking about. I'm like, your credit's so good. And she goes, Jen, I did your method. I'm like, really? You did? Like, I always get so excited still, you know, because people will drop comments. They'll be like, I bought a house because I watched your videos. But like, that moment of hearing that, oh, I was like a proud mama. I was like, oh, like, it made me so happy. So look, I'm telling you guys right now, good credit's super simple. Follow the steps I told you. Stay away from the traps. No store credit cards. Look, even if you're going to save 20% off of something in the store right now, I am telling you, they're going to shake a lot more out of you in the future because you made that purchase. They always do. It's like casinos. The house always wins. Don't take out debt you can't pay back the same month. It's a vicious, vicious cycle. And the interest rates on credit cards, even if you have good credit, are so atrocious. It's a mud pit that is almost impossible to get out of. So if you're starting from scratch, do not get into bad habits. Credit cards are a tool. They're a tool to get good credit. They're a tool for an emergency. They're a tool where once you're incredibly responsible, you're comfortable with your spending, you're budgeted in, you can utilize them to get points. Like, yeah, have I stayed in hotels for free because I have so many points? Yes. But at the same point, would I ever spend any money that I could not pay back the same month? No, it actually makes me incredibly scared and nervous. So work the steps. I hope it works for you. Questions, comments, as always, I'm here to help. But good credit is the first step to ultimately buying a house. So if you're starting from scratch, do it the right way. Thanks for watching.